How you doing, folks? This is Keith, your friendly neighborhood technician, coming at you with some more wonderful information. Today we're going to ask me, why does my ice maker not make ice anymore? Well, long story short, there's three basic reasons your ice maker is not going to make ice. One, your ice maker's bad. Two, your ice maker's not getting power. And three, your freezer isn't cold enough. You're like, what? What do you mean my freezer's not cold enough? Everything's frozen. True, but not true. What I mean by that is, this is a gauge, a thermostat, temperature sensor, whatever you want to call it. This machine here only makes ice when it's below 10 degrees, okay? Almost everything nowadays, it has to be below 10 degrees for the ice maker to function. So if you're at 12 to 14 degrees because you like to actually scoop out your ice cream and not have to chisel it out, you're not going to make ice. You need to be below 10 degrees. Now, everybody's got a little gun going bang, 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 and they're going to see the temperature in there. That gives you a spot temperature, not an ambient temperature. Okay, what I mean by that is, if I point a gun in here and I get this spot right there, that spot is going to be a temperature. That's not going to be this temperature. Okay, what I'd recommend doing is going out and getting yourself a little thermostat, that's got highs and lows. This is obviously not a freezer thermostat, but it does go below zero. Okay, put it in there, see what your temperature is. If it's above 10 degrees, you're going to want to lower the temperature so it goes below 10 degrees so your ice maker will make ice. Okay, the second, which is the next two are going to be a lot harder to tell, because unless you've got a light somewhere on here that lights up and tells you it's on, you're really not going to know. This is one of those where you're going to want to actually get a technician out there, because I've got 6 plugs here. 2 of those are power. One is power, one is neutral. If you're an electrician, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, just go with me on this. Power in, power out. You need to test and see if you've got power coming to this. If you have power coming to this, then obviously your ice maker's bad. If you don't have power coming to your ice maker, obviously it's not going to work. That goes into there is something wrong with my fridge. Okay, these two pretty much I would not recommend you doing, because you can start tearing it apart and you can actually unintentionally break it, and then you go out and you buy yourself a whole new ice maker and realize that wasn't my problem. Okay, now, so if your temperature is correct, you can Google videos all over the place on how to tear these apart, how to check them. That's up to you. I wouldn't recommend doing that, because you're probably going to do more harm than good. I would recommend calling a good appliance technician, have them come out and have them look at it. It's going to be a little more expensive, but a reputable company will stand behind this thing and they will be with you till it's fixed correctly. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you something real quick, if I can get this out. That's the insides of an ice maker, or as much as I'm going to show you. There's a lot of gears that go around in here. Okay, you can tear this apart, you can find out if there's power in there, but the odds of you getting that back together aren't very good. I've been doing this for years. I don't like taking these apart because they're just really not fun to put back together again. So the biggest thing you want to do is make sure your freezer is at temperature. And yes, I know everything's frozen, but get a temperature gauge, put it in there, find out what your temperature is. If that is good and you're below 10 degrees, you really kind of want to call somebody, because like I said, you've got this plug, you've got that plug, you've got all sorts of different plugs depending on the manufacturer you have. So me telling you to touch this color and that color only works for X manufacturer, not Y manufacturer. So I really don't want to get into all you've got to test wires A and B, or B and C and A, or whatever the combination they have. I don't want to get into that, because like I said, all manufacturers have different ways they do their wiring, their electrical. Call a technician for that. But the best thing you can do is make sure your fridge is temperature. Okay, now 80% of the time, 70% of the time, if it's not making ice in your temperature, your ice maker is bad. I'm not giving you 100% on that, but like I said, for the most part, ice makers they're mass-produced items that generally go bad. If your refrigerator wasn't temperature, you'd probably notice that. But like I said, 4 or 5 degrees, you're probably not going to notice. 20 degrees in here is probably going to be 50 degrees in here. You're going to notice something like that. Okay, but for the most part, the 4 or 5 degree variance it needs to be in to make ice, you're probably not going to know until you get a good little thermostat to throw in your fridge. Give it several hours, come back in, take a look at it. If you're below 10 degrees, like I said, odds are it's going to be your ice maker's bad. Okay, odds are.
Does it have anything to do with the water line, Keith, of the water coming into the freezer and the ice maker?
If it was working and not working, generally the water that feeds the unit doesn't have a whole lot to do with it. Now, if you turn the water off to the machine and then turn the water back on, that is a possibility, okay? That is rare because by that you'd have to move, unless you've got access to the water line, you're probably not going to have an issue with that unless you know in the last, let's say, week, you turned the water off to the ice maker, you did something, you put it back in, you turned it back on. Sometimes the lines get clogged, but they're not going to just get clogged, okay? It's going to be one of those, I physically did something to the water line and did it. Now, like I said, there's a valve in there that this tells the valve to open, okay? So if I've got power here and the valve's not opening, probably not this. If I don't have power here, the valve is never, this will not tell the valve to open, so therefore it can open, okay? Like I said, there's a couple things that will cause problems. Most of them, unfortunately, unless you know how to work on them or you are very good with mechanical repair, I would recommend letting someone else do, because you can inadvertently do more damage than good by trying to do it yourself. And I'm not trying to say don't try it. I'm just saying, think if you're going to do it, there is a possibility something else could go wrong that you may break. And be careful on that, okay? But like I said, for the most part, if it stops making ice, that's generally going to be your ice maker, because if your fridge was going out, you would have other issues that you would be noticing also, okay? So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give us some likes, and we'll see you next week for some more wonderful information.